Good evening and welcome to the Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I'm Madhavdas G. Viewers, the political war has intensified over Trump announcing a 25% tariff along with a penalty on India. Opposition's gunning for the Modi government, saying harsh tariffs imposed by Trump signals catastrophic failure of Modi's foreign policy. As opposition steps up the attack on the government, India in its official response has stated that it will take all necessary steps to secure its interests. The government has also said that it was committed to a fair and balanced trade deal with the US. Meanwhile, sources tell Times Now that Prime Minister Modi asked his cabinet colleagues not to speak out of turn on the issue of tariff since negotiations were still underway. Let's now listen in to what Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal said in Parliament earlier.
सरकार हालिया घटनाक्रम से होने वाले प्रभावों का परीक्षण कर रही है। सरकार हमारे किसानों, श्रमिकों, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, उद्यमी, निर्यातकों, सूक्ष्म, लघु और मध्यम उद्योगों और उद्योग जगत के सभी हितधारकों के कल्याण की रक्षा और संवर्धन को सर्वोच्च महत्व देती है। हम अपने राष्ट्रीय हितों को सुरक्षित करने और आगे बढ़ाने के लिए सभी आवश्यक कदम उठाएंगे।
And years after dropping the tariff bomb, Donald Trump showed signs of desperation once again. In a post on Truth Social, Trump called Indian economy dead. Trump also went on to link tariff penalty to India's BRICS membership. Listen in.
Well, we're negotiating right now, and it's also BRICS. You know, they have BRICS, which is basically a group of countries that are anti the United States, and India is a member of that, if you can believe it. It's an attack on the dollar, and we're not going to let anybody attack the dollar. So it's partially BRICS, and it's partially this trade situation.
A leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi quickly endorsed Trump's remarks, saying that everyone knows that the Indian economy is dead except the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister. But Rahul was contradicted by his own party leader, Rajeev Shukla, who asserted that the Indian economy remains robust.
He's right. I mean, everybody knows this, except the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister. Everybody knows that the Indian economy is a dead economy. I'm glad that President Trump has stated.
ट्रम्प का ये कहना है कि भारत और रूस की इकोनॉमी डेड है, एकदम गलत बात है। भारत की इकोनॉमी डेड नहीं, इसलिए हम आर्थिक रूप से कोई हमें कहे कि हमें खत्म कर देगा, उसकी गलत फहमी है। तो ट्रम्प की गलत फहमी जी रहा। टैरिफ की तो मैंने आलोचना की कि ये गलत है।
And it wasn't only Rajeev Shukla who differed with Rahul Gandhi. Some leaders of the India bloc also strongly disagreed with Trump and Rahul's take on the Indian economy. Sena UBT's Priyanka Chaturvedi highlighted that the Indian economy is in the top 5 of the world and one of the fastest growing economies as well. Taking to social media platform X, she wrote that calling the Indian economy dead can only come from a position of arrogance and ignorance. The BJP has also hit out at Rahul Gandhi over his dead economy jibe, calling it a shameful insult to the aspirations, achievements and well-being of the Indian people. In fact, the BJP said the only thing truly dead is Rahul's own political credibility and legacy.
You know, you could see that what LOB Rahul Gandhi has said, leader opposing Bharat Rahul Gandhi has said, it has become a habit of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Whenever anyone is opposing Bharat from anywhere in the world, he will just echo that. He won't check the facts. When was Indian economy dead? Let me ask Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Indian economy was dead during the UPA time. He's been opposing Bharat for no reasons, but just opposing Bharat for the sake of opposing Bharat.
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us with us is Vijay Sardana, senior economist. Vijay Sardana, what do you make of these kind of comments coming in from Rahul Gandhi? I mean, it's one thing, and of course, opposition must hold the government to account, and that's what Parliament is for. But the point is, you know, comments such as this, which said that the economy of India is dead, you know, coming out and supporting such a statement, do you think that there is any accuracy in the claims that are being made by the LOP here?
See, economy of India depends upon the performance of states. It means Rahul Gandhi is accepting that all the Congress Congress-ruled or opposition-ruled states are not doing anything in economic development. If they are dead, country will be dead. As simple as that. As far as BJP states are there, they are saying that they are growing. So issue is that country, as a India, we are sum total of the performance of states. So first thing we should ask Rahul Gandhi whether he is accepting that all the opposition ruled states are non-performing assets for the country, or there is some growth happening. If they are accepting their governments are doing well, then how India can be dead? That is one aspect. Second thing, what they are talking repeatedly about, the Trump's tariff and everything. Now ask Rahul Gandhi or any opposition leader, are they willing to compromise Indian farmers' interest by compromising on agriculture? If answer is no, then what is the alternate? Put the same condition which Trump is imposing on government of India. Ask them what is their response. After all, they are part of the parliament. They should have the answer to the Trump's questions. If they don't have answer, then it means they are not even thinking of national interest. So issues are very clear. It is what they are talking is just politics, far away from the ground reality. And opposition has always a desire to pull down the government. Unfortunately, in India, opposition is always negative. In last 5-10 years, I have not seen anything appreciated by opposition that India has done something good. For them, everything is going wrong in this country. At least they should tell at least one thing what they liked about India in last 15 years or 10 years.
All right, it's a very pessimistic approach. Akashdeep Muni joining the panel, as does Rajat Sethi, author and economist. Akashdeep Muni, political analyst, is with us. Akash, what is it that is driving this kind of a negative or a pessimistic approach? That's the question that Vijay Sardana is posing. Is it Rahul Gandhi's case that even his states where the Congress is in power, or even the other states where other India bloc alliance partners are in power, are they also doing badly? Is that the argument now?
See, Madhavji, this is not about states. This is about the country. And we all know that after demonetization in 2016 and GST implementation in 2017, real
India is defined in the just one intervention. Akashdeep, just one intervention. I'm going to let you speak, but just one. This is Mr. Rahul Gandhi was very famously stated, quoting the Constitution, that India is a union of states. It's Mr. Rahul Gandhi's position that has been articulated here. Carry on.
No, definitely, I take your point. But today we are talking about the country, and as we are talking about the Indian economy, we all need to know that real wages for the labor declined at approximately 1.3% annually under Modi regime. 2014 to 2023. You cannot deny this. India has seen a rise in youth and graduate unemployment reaching the highest level. Just imagine labor force participation rates fell from 52% to 42%. These are facts. Real GDP growth slumped to 5.4% in quarter 2 of FY 2024-25. Agricultural growth slowed remarkably from 4.7% to 1.4%. Now, youth unemployment in the ages of 15 to 29, it rose from 9% to 10%.
No, these may be valid concerns. Akashdeep, I'm not going to challenge your statistics. Rajat and others are there. They are experts in this area. They can come in and do that. But as a simple layman, I would just want to ask you that you by your own admission are saying that the rate of growth may have slowed down. But at the end of the day, that is not the definition of an economy that's dead, is it?
See, what Rahul Gandhi wants to say is that we have been struggling because of the government policies. Even former Chief Economic Advisor Arvind Subramaniam and others warn of slowdown tied to protectionism, weak export sectors, and favoritism towards large conglomerates at small business expense. Who is doing this? The government is doing this. I am not doing that. You cannot do it. And just remember what happened. Remember when Trump came and said that when his 2024 victory happened, Modi ji said historic win. Remember 2019, howdy Modi. And even PM agreed to reduce select tariff on US
Let's go one by one. Let's go one by one. You have raised a number of concerns. Of course, concerns regarding the economy, whether it's unemployment, whether there are other issues, and of course the slowdown in growth. But all of this is linked to concerns that top experts and some of who worked at the highest levels of government, like Mr. Arvind Subramaniam, who's been quoted by Akashdeep Muni here, and you can respond to that, Rajat Sethi, say that it is government policies that are leading to such a situation. Your response to Akashdeep Muni's statement, Rajat?
Well, Madhav, I don't have a response to data which cannot be corroborated. If the data is quoted here, it should be quoted properly with attributing the right set of sources as well. Last quarter itself, the growth was 7.4%, exceeding the expectations that were made even by the RBI. Look at the IMF report, look at all reports, India remains one of the fastest growing economy in spite of trade headwinds globally and the war scenario globally. So I don't understand where is this deliberate pessimism stoked by Trump into the minds of all opposition commentators suddenly coming in. If you call this as a dead economy, Pakistan would actually be blessed to have an economy like India. They would have been blessed to have the fast pace of growth that India has. So much so that several countries are actually envying India's growth and envying India's rise. It is particularly because of our economic growth. So contrary to what Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who's just parroting the line of Donald Trump and trying to drive some kind of a sadistic pleasure when India's economy is called as dead. These words put together in one line, and Rahul Gandhi comes out and reiterates that. It just shows how despicable as a leader he is, what despicable mind he has, and how can he put death in the same line as India. That shows his hypocrisy as a leader. That shows his grotesque irresponsibility as the opposition leader. Comment about India as much as you want. Do not cross the Rubicon. Comment against the government. By all means do that. Come out with cogent arguments. Come out with cogent role models. That this is what I want to do and this is how I want to govern. But don't try to peddle unsubstantiated remarks which are being made by some external adversary / friend / partner, whatever you want to call Donald Trump as, because that is something which is patently false. And I'll leave it there because what Rahul Gandhi has been trying to do over the past 24 hours is seriously irresponsible.
Respond to that, Akashdeep Muni, that even while criticism from the LOP is certainly something that is expected, there are reasonable limits which have to be imposed, which are only expected in such a situation. Respond to what Rajat is saying.
Yeah. Okay, fine. There should be limits. Now just tell me one thing. Whole media was gaga about Trump and Modi's dosti. What happened today? Now there is oil deals happening with Pakistan, dinner happening with Pakistan army chief, but India is tariff at 25%. And today I want to remind my friends that, do you remember PM agreed to reduce select tariffs on US goods, expand US energy and defense purchases, and even government supported deportation of undocumented Indian nationals. What for all this? To be tariffed?
Okay.
That to 25%.
We have two more panelists joining us. Let me quickly get in comments because it's a limited time debate. Tausif Ahmed Khan, your response, Rahul Gandhi needs to be a little measured and responsible in his commentary. No problem with criticizing the government if it's rooted in facts. Echoing Trump to say that the economy is dead, the facts speak otherwise, say some of our panelists here. Your response to that, Tausif Ahmed Khan.
No, you see, America has been insulting India from the past few years, and in spite of the good, the good gesture that Prime Minister Modi has shown towards America, they have failed to live up to it. Therefore, the question is also about our leadership and whether we are allowing America to treat us like this. The onus has to be fixed. How we can engage with America differently. Firstly, when they were sending immigrants, they sent the immigrants back with cuffs in their hand. There was no need for that. Secondly, the American president goes on record and says, I don't care about India. They will take their dead economies down. So what kind of message is the America sending to the world by calling India as a dead economy? We claim and we believe that we are a very fast growing nation. Our economy is progressing and certainly not dead economy. Had this been a dead economy,
so you believe Rahul Gandhi is wrong?
Interested in coming and selling their goods in America.
Let's come down to the facts. Let's come down to the facts. Are you saying Rahul Gandhi is factually wrong when he's agreeing with Trump or when he's echoing the dead economy comment?
No, dead economy. When I say these statements made by the American president, it is hurting and it is insulting our nation.
So why is
Therefore,
Rahul
the
Gandhi
government-
repeating them is the question they are asking. Because his own party leaders like Mr. Rajeev Shukla and including Mr. Tharoor are rejecting that stand.
No, and I am also rejecting it.
You're also
That
rejecting it.
this cannot be
That,
the...
leave alone supporters of the BJP, even within your India alliance, there are allies who are rejecting that stance.
The stand taken by the Prime Minister...
Akashdeep Puni, one by one, please. Let's go one by one. Akashdeep Puni, quick response, then I go across to others.
Yes. Can I hear the question again? I missed out.
Even Tausif is disagreeing, sir, with the stand taken by Rahul Gandhi. He's saying Trump is wrong. There are those within Congress party, including Mr. Rajeev Shukla and Tharoor, who have also taken a very different stand opposing what Rahul Gandhi is saying, criticizing what Trump has said.
See Madhavdas G, Tausif, Rajeev Shukla, Tharoor, and myself, we are not important. Important is in Indian economy.
Why?
In March, just give me 20 seconds. Just in March 2018, the US administration imposed tariffs under Section 232, 25% on steel, and our steel exports dropped by 46%. And today you have tariffs plus sanctions on everything. On petroleum, we have sanctions. On 7 companies have sanctions. Our economy will be affected. Deadly affected.
Well, what is the impact on the Indian economy? Mr. Jagdish Shettikar is with us, senior economist and former member of the Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council. Mr. Jagdish Shettikar, where do you stand on this? Is Trump right? Is Rahul Gandhi right? Is our economy dead? And of course, nobody is underlining or trying to downplay the importance of what has been announced from the US's side. But as an economist, how concerned should we be? And what are we looking at, staring at us in the face when it comes to this 25% plus penalty tariff?
No, as far as his comment on the Indian economy is concerned, it is a baseless comment. He has got all the right to point out what are the loopholes in the policy matters and all. But looking at the data, just today, the IMF data has come. They have revised the growth prospect upward from 6.3 to 6.4 during this year. And I will not go into the details about the fundamentals of the economy. Now, as far as the tariff impact is concerned, it is not only no doubt it will affect the Indian economy if he goes ahead with that, but I feel that it's a pressure tactics. But more than Indian economy, it will harm the US economy also, because US economy is going to become the inflationary, and once it becomes a cost, the cost of production goes up because of its tariffs, then naturally the Federal Reserve will raise the federal rate. Now, if the federal rate goes up, through that it will adversely affect India, because that will lead to the capital outflow from India. And that will also result in the weakening of the Indian rupee and also the...
Lots to be concerned. Yes, absolutely, sir. Lots to be concerned about in case what you're saying comes true. We will, of course, have a further discussion on this at 10:30 this evening. But Rajat Sethi, Vijay Sardana, Jagdish Shettikar, Dr. Akashdeep Puni, Tausif Ahmed Khan, thanks so much for joining us this evening.